Masterclass. My name is Chris, and just let me invite my students in, and we will be live for today's Masterclass. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers. It's time for your weekly and your final Masterclass for marketing reviews for the week. Welcome, everybody. I'll give everybody a couple of minutes to jump on in. For those of you who missed out on Mondays, it was actually a pretty important Masterclass on Monday. So just give me a second. I'm going to grab a link for it. Okay. This one here, I'm going to pop it into the chat here on our call. Okay, for those who missed, my complete testing strategy from Monday. There you go. You can watch that at your own leisure. So we got a lot of questions to go through today, but something really important I need to discuss with you guys as well, following on from Monday's lesson. Things are not looking good for some of our Facebook accounts. I think I'll just wait a couple of minutes before we start, though. I'll give everyone a few minutes to jump it in. Hello, Ike and/or Maddie. We have some important, very important problems happening on Facebook. Is anyone experiencing huge drop-offs on their Facebook accounts? Marty, how's it going? Where's everybody? Everybody's late today. What I mean, drop-offs. So my home craftology account was doing about 3K per day a week ago. And over the last 4 days, I've actually been losing money. We've been barely making $1,000 a day. It's been crap. Absolutely disgustingly crap. And my Facebook ads, every morning I wake up and new Facebook ads have big red errors on them. Well, they're not new. Like my best performing ads have had big fat red errors on them. And what's been happening is Facebook has been spending, hundreds of dollars on my least performing ads instead of spending the money on the ads that actually perform, because those ones it's like it says it's a delivery error. Is anybody else seeing that problem? Because I know it's not just me. I had a one-on-one with one of you guys today who was having the same issue as well. In fact, 2 people had the same issue. So what I'm going to do before we start answering questions today, I want to show you guys what I think is the way that we resolve this, I think. Because I fixed it last night and I haven't had a problem since. And today's looking much better, much, much better. So let me share my screen. You're having rejected ads and you keep asking them to review. And they approve it? That's not what I mean, no. No, that's not what I mean. But that is annoying when that happens. I do agree. Lawrence, you've had issues this morning with payment, having to manually add funds because they wouldn't charge your card. Hey, that happened to someone else as well today. Yeah. In fact, that happened to me the other night. Crazy. One second, guys. Sorry, my missus is texting me. Okay. So for those of you who haven't experienced this error, I can't show you because I can show you. This is what it looks like. So you have a really happy, oh, I need to share my screen. All right. So you're traveling along nicely. you're making money, and all of a sudden your best ads get a big delivery error like this, and you're like, whoa, that sucks. And so you go and you edit it, and it gives you this no valid video formats. Okay, that sucks, because this is my best ad. I don't want to lose all of my likes and comments on this. So you think, okay, well, I'll do what it says and I'll delete it. So you press the remove media button, but the media doesn't go away. And all of a sudden your ad pops up like it's working. No error. And you click publish and it goes through and it goes into processing and everything looks great. You go to bed and happy days. You wake up the next morning, same problem again. Now, it probably doesn't affect you guys as much as it affects me because I target the USA. So I spend most of my money while I'm asleep. Bit nerve-wracking, but I'm used to it by now. So this may not affect you as badly in the same way, but this is definitely a bug that's been plaguing me all week. And I've had miserable results because of it. But I'm going to show you how to fix it. And I'm going to show how I think you fix it at least. But I'm also going to show you the settings that I think we should all probably consider putting on our ad accounts right now. So first of all, am I sharing my screen on YouTube? I think I am. Yeah, I am. Okay. We're going to go into, where are we going to go into? Advertising settings, guys. You can always come back to this later. If you lose your spot, I'll give you the YouTube video as well. If you want to come back in. That's the YouTube video for today. I think it is at least. Yeah, it is. Through watching. Yeah, this is the one. All right. So you come into here and I know we're going to be darting around a few clicks away, okay? But it's just that everything's changed in Facebook right now. So the next thing to go into is ad settings. I feel like we were just here, but now that you come back into ad settings, you've got some different options. And we want to click on creative features. More like uncreative features, and that's not a good joke. More like destroy your creativity features. Untick this one. I think this is probably the biggest issue that most of us are facing. I can't be the only, I know I'm not the only one, because 2 people I talked to today were finding that whenever they turned off AI things on their ads, they magically appear back on a few minutes later. So if you turn off multi-headings and you turn off Facebook generating different text, you turn it all off and you come back and it's all turned back on. Basically, I've been stuck in this cycle for days of turning things off, Facebook turning them on, I turn them off and I go back into learning, and it's just been miserable. So you take that off, and then under here, click on edit tests, just to make sure. Now you'll see options that I don't have because I've turned mine off. I kept all of these ones are still turned on for me. The ones that I've turned off, there's 2. There's a creative defects. Thank you, Lawrence. That is perfect. I'll go back and show you the steps in a second, Sabine. I'll do it again because it's pretty difficult, I know. But the 2 settings you want to turn off are auto translation for text and auto translation for video. Facebook's been taking our videos and it's been dubbing them with something that sounds like our voice in a different language without us realizing. And it's been taking our text and converting it to other languages. I saw my ad in Hebrew the other day. I think it was Hebrew. Could have been any of those Middle Eastern languages, I wouldn't know, but it was definitely not English. Why would I see that is concerning, because that means other people are seeing it too when it's not their language. Now, so how we do it, we'll go back. So first thing we click on the left-hand side is advertising settings. And we get to this screen. Second thing we click on is ad account settings, again, for some stupid reason. Third thing we click on is creative features. We turn off the creative features, we come down here and we go edit tests, and we turn off anything relating to translation. You guys following so far? Ike and Maddie, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. You know what sucks the most? Is Facebook is using your money to do this testing. Now, I'm all for it if the technology works. But while they're testing this crap, why are we paying for it? This has got to be illegal. I'm sure it's in the terms and services. I'm sure it is, but it doesn't feel good. Your sister sent you one in Arabic? It sucks. Like, I was ready to throw my laptop out the window. Anyway, since I fixed this, I had to go back to an old campaign that had none of these features, and I'm running the old campaign when I just created I got the post IDs of the ads that were running, and I recreated them using the post ID. So they're both, I can't show you because I've turned them both off. There's an auto translation for text, and there's an auto translation for video. The video one might be down the bottom, and you should see a video of you or one of your videos there, and you should be able to turn it off. There's no other confirmation. Once you untick them, you click save, and it just vanishes. So I can't show you. Okay, that's how we fix that. So for anyone who's tuning in late, you may want to go back and watch the YouTube video on what to do there. It's like a public service announcement. Let me go and help you guys with your ads now. All right, so we got Ike and Maddie. Please review your Recover Lab account. Conversion campaign stopped when we created the engagement campaign. So we duplicated the ad set and started to get spend. Interesting. You've reduced the price. You got a sale. Ah, for God's sake. The suppliers run out. You sent the panel that you use for content. You've ordered a slightly different panel. Well, guys, congratulations. You got your first high ticket sale. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I did say that was going to be tricky, but you did it. Now you may need to go to China and source, not physically go to China, but you may need to go to Alibaba and source one of these out. So C5 was the winner there.
This red light therapy panel is
what price are you selling this at now? 280? Yeah, that's a bit more fair. Fair enough. Guys, this is great. Do you need to talk to our Chinese supplier to see if you can get these from China? If you do, let me give you my WhatsApp again. You can see if we can source these for you. We definitely can. We're just going to find the price. Amazing. It only cost everything. Okay. If they're on AliExpress for 280, yeah, we might be able to get a better price. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Now, hopefully this is a good sign of things to come, because we've spent a lot of money to get here. But when we're selling high ticket products, this is what can happen. What's the difference between these here? We've got detailed targeting. We've got engaged shoppers and engaged shoppers. Oh, let's see what happens. So now that you got the price down, let's see what happens. And we're only spending money on C9. Okay. All right. You can't see my screen, my bad. Look, there's not much advice I can give you at this stage, other than keep it running for now, because we've got the first sale at that new price point. Let's see if we get the second sale. They purchased your bundle. Terrific. Incredible. Wait a minute. So how much did you make out of that sale? Hopefully a nice healthy amount. I hope there's many more to come. 420, fantastic. Well, that makes a bit of a difference. We can claw back some of this cost. Well done, guys. Well bloody done. I'm so happy for you, and I want to see a couple more, okay? Well done. Okay. You editing some ads? Awesome. Sounds like somebody taught you well. Question: if Ike and Maddie suppliers have sold out, is it worthwhile them taking pre-orders by changing their cart? No. I would heavily advise not to switch your cart to pre-orders. You're more likely that you'll just not get any orders than people pre-ordering a $300 product. Think about your own self. Well, I don't know what you do, but what I do when I see a product that's not available is I find it somewhere else. I ain't waiting for a product. All right, Suhaila. I should know how to say this. Suhaila. Can I please review Vibrolux? I don't know if I can. Let me just check my email and see if I got access to Vibrolux. Oh, I've been invited. Okay, let me take a look. Log in to view invitation. Okay. How do you add me? Here is my email address. You can remove me at any time, but what I need you to do is go to your business portfolio, go into settings, people, invite me to your business and give me access. I need admin access over your Facebook ads account. You may have to manually go into people and assign me the Facebook ad asset. You may have to do that. But as long as you give me full access into your business, I can do that for myself. And you can remove me at any time you want. You give me an invitation for hiker dog. Cool. When I get to that, I'll take a look. All right, I'm just bringing up Vibrolux right now. Okay, we're in. Vibrolux. We've spent nothing. Let's have a look over the last 7 days. Oh, wow. $16 a purchase. Why is it turned off? $20 a purchase. What? There's got to be more to this story. Great. What are you doing turning off your ads? $20 a purchase? You made money. I'm very confused. Do I need to look over this over a longer period of time? I don't think so. What? But $30 a purchase, 13 purchases? Why is this not scaled? Incredible. Amazing job. I can see here we spent $60 on this and we haven't got a sale. Not a big deal. You might get 3 sales in the next $30. You just don't know. But at $30 a sale, at $20 a day, yeah, let's pump this up to $100 a day and let's go. And go and get some more content done. Really well done. Landing page is... It's okay. It's a good looking landing page. Stimulates hair growth. Am I at a point in my hair loss journey where I think I could buy this? And you're targeting women. I take it. Yep. Oh, amazing job. I wish you're on the call to tell me what the problem is, but my advice is, yes, scale this up and don't slow down. Damn, that's amazing. Well done. Well done, Suhaila. All right, Rich, we're looking at Lift Aura from the 17th to the 22nd. Keen to hear my thoughts. Why can't I find lift aura? Here we go. There's a space in it. You're just finished editing your ads on the hard work angle ad with an AI intro and your founders speaking. Cool. 160 spent. You want me to look from the 17th to the 22nd? All right. Whoa, look at that cost per click in CTR. Damn, good job. Wow. Those are great click-throughs. How much have we spent? 60 and 79. Unbelievable. Founder ad C2. Oh, damn, look at that. All right, now, I think your Facebook ads are solved.
Hi, my name's Rich.
And I'm Vita.
We're the founders of Liftoff.
That's crazy. I thought it would do well. It's done well. Hasn't got any sales yet. That's okay. This is a medium to high ticket product. You may get a sale when you get to $80. You know, I think it just needs more time, and it may come down with some more. You know, we're only spending $10 a day. I reckon bump it up to $20 a day, just to give it more room. I think you're onto something here. You got how to use C1.
The 8 you just learn to live with. You don't have to anymore.
Yeah, this is really frustrating for me, and I'm not sure it is for you. I think when we have an ad where we're in the corner, you may want to make it a 4:3. It happens to me too. I make these great ads, but they come out in bad formats. So either make it a 4:3 ad or just put yourself more in the middle of the video so that more people see you with the right angles. It's very annoying how Facebook lets you upload a reel and then shows it in places where it doesn't make sense. Well done, well done. I'm actually really proud of you for making these videos. Okay, C7 founder routine.
We use this every single day. Even just be sent with a page.
Wow.
This is now part of our daily routine.
Takes 1 minute, that's it.
Yes, string therapy support at home.
Oh, good, you got one-to-ones. Brilliant.
Penetrating deep, targeting source of your discomfort.
Okay, one thing I'm going to suggest. These are great, by the way. Fantastic. I've got this road, and let me stop sharing for a second. I've got these road little can't see them. Little microphone, right? So this goes into the bottom of my phone, and then this goes. It's got like a magnet thing here, which I can just pop right under here. It's got noise cancelling. There's 2 of them. So there's one for you, one for your missus, and you can actually record both at the same time. And you can turn the noise cancelling on, and you can also increase the amount of juice that it has so that you can get your voices more clearly heard. So that would probably be a beneficial thing for you guys if you're going to continue making founder ads, just to get a bit better audio quality. Your ads themselves are brilliant. Great job. I'm really impressed. You got a good copy there. You work hard, your body feels it, we get it. Relieve daily discomfort. Yes. That's a great way to put it. I don't love let me share your website. I think you're on the right track. This is certainly a challenging product to sell. I know because I've sold it myself. You're definitely on the right track here, and I don't want you to lose momentum. So keep going and keep making those founder videos. Even though I do think the ones you got will sell, I do think you can improve the quality. In terms of your layout, I don't like this bit here. I'd really like you to. Well, that does come out better, I must admit. Okay, maybe don't change it. I don't like this our story. I don't like this bit here. Maybe it's just these 2 things I don't like. Ooh, recovery guide, $20 with every order. So this bit here, I want you to find a way to pop that up here. above the bundle and save. Because it's free and it's included and it's a nice graphic, it's too far down the page and I wouldn't have seen it before I've been looking at the price and trying to judge whether or not this is a good idea. Science. Oh, this is great. Wow, you've really upgraded this page. Well done. Nice. Very nice. Mate, it looks like you've really put a lot of work into this design. My only suggestion is, and I can't say this is going to help or not, it's just I would prefer this as the first image rather than this, but I can't tell you which one's gonna do better because they're both pretty good. But to me, this one might be the winner. Seeing it in action, I think, really helps. All custom code sections, dude, you've come so far. Ah, God, I'm really proud of all you guys today. These are some massive improvements. Let's just see how it looks on mobile. Yes, this is good. Thanks for the clarity there, Lawrence. What brand is the microphone? This is a Rode brand microphone, R0DE. It's like 120 bucks, and I didn't think it'd be this good. I've been using it for all my UGC videos at the moment. All right, now, what I reckon you should do, yeah, give it another 20 bucks a day, because you're onto something. And I want you to now focus on your pop-up, making sure people are actually signing up to your emails. See, I think you're on the right path with your Facebook ads. I think you're on the right path with your landing page design. So it's probably time to start focusing in on those pop-ups. And if you get the pop-ups working, then it's probably time to focus on your emails for a little while. Remember the 3 pillars? We're always working on one of the 3 pillars, either Facebook ads, either landing page design, or emails. Okay? Always working on one of those 3 things. I wish I had awards that I could give out to you guys. I really do. Because every single one of you today will be getting an award. Oh, you have an A/B test to pop up right now? Jesus Christ. You know what? You make me feel good. You're actually listening to me. Make me feel really good. All right, Oscar, could you please look at my account? You made some changes. Didn't get a sale, but you got some added cards. Okay. Pulse Relief. Last week's call, you changed the wording on the photos and the ads to make them more appealing. You got rid of the carousels. All right, sweet. All right, this is the Star Wars looking future handcuffs. It's different enough that it just might work. The hand massager you've been dreaming of. Cool. Landing page looks good. All right, let's go find your ads. Pulse Release. A Pulse Relief, not release. What do we got here? Last 30 days. Where have we spent the money? $200. Yikes. But the click-through is okay. Looks like a Wall-E futuristic device. It does. But the thing is, and this isn't anything that they've done wrong. Who is this, by the way? Oscar. Oops, I needed that page. There he is, Oscar. Oscar, I'm not saying this because you did anything wrong. It's just what I find is when there is a product like this and there's sort of like a bit of a wow factor, you can get clicks that are curious rather than clicks that want to solve the problem from your ads. It's just something I found and just something to be aware of. And it just means that when you do make your ads, you're just going to have to be hyper aware that you want to focus on the problems and not try and goad people into clicking to figure out what you're selling. So we've got well-being here at $4 a click. We can probably turn that one off. It's not working particularly well. But then we've got health and wellness and personal care at 2.92. Oh, that's not quite right. At 2.54 clicks, CTR. They're not bad. Not bad at all. Let's look in personal care. Okay, C5, not great there. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's opposite day. C5, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. For a second there, I thought low CTR, low cost per click was bad. I'm an idiot. All right, C5, doing well with that one. Okay. This, though, is what I'm talking about. Very high click-through. But the image is subjective. It's like, it's not clear. And I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. It's not quite clear what he's putting into this thing. Yeah? And because of that, you're going to get a lot of people clicking through just with morbid curiosity rather than I need this in my life. Also, the text is very hard to read against the white. I think we want to have a hand kind of going into it and then the features. Because that's outrageously high click-through. In terms of your other ads, I can Maddie, on my No Snore store, how do I get the videos to autoplay without showing the play pause button? It's part of my theme, but you can probably go and find a section store that does that. It's because they're videos and I have those options to turn them off. You don't even need to buy a section store anyway. You could easily just get AI to code them, honestly. Okay, in terms of add to carts, what have we had? I'll have to add them in. Cart and checkout. Okay, we have 2 add to carts with the C5. Interesting. And we've spent, we've only spent $16 with it. Well, you know what? If you take this image here and you make a better version of that, I reckon it can do even better. But you know what? I'd like to see it get a bit more data before I make that decision. Now, C4 has spent a fair bit of money and hand paint a minute. So that's a lot more obvious what this is. I actually think that's a more solid ad. Air compression plus heat technology. Yeah, great. Fantastic. Decent click-through, good cost per click. Yeah, look, I think if this was my account, I would probably turn off the health and wellness and well-being, and I just focus on personal care for now. Health and wellness is good. You could, if you really wanted to, come in here and under your audience and your targeting, you could add your health and wellness in there and just target both of them. That would be a good idea too. Personal care toiletries. I don't know if that's the right targeting. So yeah, add the targeting in there and target both of them. That way you can move this ad spend all up into personal care. Now, how we improve things from here is being more clear in our ads what the benefits are going to be. That's how we improve things from here, and working on that pop-up to try and get more signups to it. And we may need to find the right angles. So you might need to look at specific things that this helps with. You can talk about maybe hand cramps or hand, I don't know. You're going to have to find the exact conditions and ailments that this thing actually helps with, and maybe include that in your videos, your images, your copy and your website. What do I think of this?
You get hand pain from hours on the computer, typing, or scrolling on your phone. I started using this pulse relief hand massager for like 10 minutes a day. And honestly, I didn't expect much, but it actually feels really good.
It uses air compression to gently squeeze your hand and boost circulation.
plus heat that helps relax the joints and muscles. Great for people who suffer from arthritis and everyday stiffness. This product is the ultimate hand soother. It feels really premium and well made, and it's super easy to use with just one press of a button.
I don't usually like those styles of ads. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. Really, really well edited. Now, it's very similar to C1.
Do your hands ache after a long day? Stiff fingers, sore knuckles, weak grip?
This is better. This is better. You've given me specific things that it helps with.
And heat to boost blood flow, reduce swelling, and relax tight muscles and joints. It has multiple modes: a gentle mode for daily relaxation, a deeper kneading mode for stiff fingers, and an intense mode for chronic pain and arthritis.
After 15 minutes, my hands feel looser, stronger, and way less stiff.
If you use your hands every day, this isn't a luxury, it's recovery. Your hands act.
That's actually a really good ad. I'd probably turn C2 off and see if we can get more spend to C1. It's the stronger of the two. Where you have very similar ads, it's always better just to have one. If you're going to have two ads in the same ad set, they need to be distinctly different in the look and the clips. Okay, so C1 is fantastic. Turn off C2. Let C1 take the spend, and let this run for a little bit longer. I think you're on the right path. It's a good product. It's different, and let's be very like. Those same things that I liked in C1 that you called out at the beginning of the ad, I think it was hands aching,
Long day,
stiff fingers and sore knuckles, weak grip. They should probably be things you put in all of your text in your ads, in your headlines, and possibly in the images as well. Just to see if that's the angle that's going to work. We've got to find the right angle. We've got to find the right problem that this is solving in order to sell it. But definitely you're on the right path. Restored hands mobility trusted by restore that okay, this doesn't read well. Go grab those other things that I liked and pop them in on that image there too, okay? Relieves hand pain for arthritis. Does it really? That's cool. That should be in an ad. Cool. Yeah, good. Pop this into the next one of my next events because I want to keep a tab on how you're doing with this one. We've just got to now go and find those angles. All right. Thanks, Oscar. Ben. Petlux. All right. Let's go take a look at Petlux. Yomo, you've been testing 5 to 7 ABO campaigns, 3 ads in each, $30 each campaign. Most of them are all AI ads. A few from my Fiverr guy. You got a few sales running since 1 week. How can you scale them? If one particular ad set in an ABO is working, scale the ABO. If you've got 3 or 4 good ads that run together, pop them into a CBO as well. Petlux, I must not have. Given myself access. Oh, I just got a no snore order. Woohoo! Fantastic. Here we go. I'm going to join Petlux. One second, guys. It's loading. I'm getting there. Okay. Petlux. Do I have ad manager? Yes, we do. Let's take a look. Oh, that's weird that it says completed. So I'm guessing we ran this as a limited time only campaign. Let's go have a look and see for the month. 2 purchases for $100. Now this is the nail grinder. $53 for one. All right. We're on the right path.
Does your dog panic when they see the nail clippers? This makes trimming your dog's nails at home really easy. It's a whisper, quiet, super small, easy to use dog nail trimmer. This device is wireless.
I think in this situation, your copy sucks. That's not inviting for me to go and look at. So when you think about copy, guys, there's a couple of things. First of all, it's too early to tell me that we got 5,000 customers. Too early. I don't care about that right now. What I care about is getting captured into this narrative that I need this product. Now we got instantly improve your pet grooming experience. Like how? I don't really care about that stuff right now. So go back to the drawing board with writing your primary text. Go back to the class about doing that and retool this completely. But just some tips for you and for everybody else. When you look at your preview over here, take really good attention. This is so important. You're spending your money, and I don't want you to waste your money. If you're spending your money, you should want to get your best bang for buck. And I know we're only talking about cents here because every impression costs like a microcent. But over time, that builds up to dollars and $10, $20, $100, $1,000, $10,000, depending on your budget, which will grow as you grow. So leaving space here is really silly. At a bare minimum, have 3 lines of text in a row, because that way you're getting the most bang for buck, right? And you're also encouraging me to click the see more button. When I click the see more button, you'll see in Facebook you have 2 different types of clicks. You have clicks and you have website clicks. You have CTR and you'll have website CTR. The clicks are when someone just clicks somewhere on your ad to either stop the video, start the video, or click see more. The more of those you get, the more engagement you get, the cheaper your CPM. The cheaper your CPM, the cheaper your cost per clicks. So if you can entice people with a really good headline here to just click see more, you're doing yourself a favor, okay? And you're making your costs cheaper. And that can have a significantly decreased cost per click over time. So here, this is a product that I know it still works. What I would like you to do is to fix these ads.
What if nail trims were actually relaxing for your dog? This makes trimming your dog. What if nail trims were actually relaxing for your dog?
I think the AI is putting me off. There's no love or engagement in that voice. I think you got your 2 sales. I do think that if you want to continue selling this product, it's time to go get some good UGC created from a good UGC website, because these are okay. You've justified the product. It can work, and now it's time to go get some high quality ads. Your image ads, they're not bad. They're not bad. Now, one of the problems with this product is the price. It's generally a cheap product to run, and you're only charging $49. It means that you're going to have to get purchases for under or around $25, which while you can do, it's tricky. And I got to say, this website, it's kind of bland. There's no personality here whatsoever. And quite frankly, I think we can do better. So before you spend more money on your ads, I'd really like you to look at your competition. Look at how they're doing their landing pages. Look at how they're doing their branding, and lean into this pet lux. Let's see a nice, cute little dog in your logo at least. Let's have something other than white and blue and text and small images, and make this thing friendly. And then you're going to get cheaper cost per purchases, but also you're going to need to probably think about bundles too, because at $50, it's not going to make you much profit. So we want to bundle this with something that brings that profit back in. Good start though, very good start, but we have a long way to go, Ben. Okay, we've got 15 minutes left. I'll do my best. Stav, please look at your ads under creative kits. Stav, are you on the call? Because I got no idea what your story is, my friend. I'll move on to Theodora, and I'll just leave you a message. Hey, mate. Next time, we need your store name, please. Otherwise, I can't help. Theodora, please look at Bright Minds. .com. Bright Minds AU. You know what? I'll get it from the ad account. Here we go. Bright Minds. Okay, we've got a first steps cushion at $170 a purchase. Good CPM. Decent cost per click. Decent click through. That can work. Oops, I went too fast there. We've got some testing. Yeah, okay. I can see engaged shoppers, broad plus engaged shoppers. I never mix them. It's either broad or it's not. So if it's got any type of targeting in there, it's not broad. That's not a bad thing. I didn't do anything wrong. It's just so you know, it's either broad or it's not. 2.7% click-through, great. 7% click-through for POV solution. It's only had $1 spent, so that probably won't last. You'd spend three or like the next 10, $20 on that. It won't look as good as that. Not to say it will look bad. Funny Falls, okay, at 175. So let's have a look at the explanation here.
This is every parent's little safety secret. It's a protective baby head cushion, which helps soften unexpected falls while they learn to walk. It's lightweight, cushioned, and comfortable, and loved by thousands of parents. You'll wish you had it sooner. Click the link and get yours today.
Yeah,
this is every parent's little
pretty good. 17-second ad. You're using all the space in here. Fantastic. Parents are calling this a must-have for the walking phase. Great. Now, can this work? Good cost per click. $49 a purchase here. That's promising. Let's have a look at your website. Bright Minds, nice branding. Australia's favorite support for first movements. Gentle head protection. Ooh, lovely mystery discount. Not bad, not bad. Lightweight cushion design, confident movement supports. Okay, so it's a good image. Very nice, very nice. Protect head for safer movements, support balance for first steps. Yeah, look, website's looking great. Trusted by parents. I think, in my experience, this type of stuff probably is better down the page more. I on my home craftology website, I did have this kind of stuff up above the page, and I have found it did hurt my conversion rate. It was better when I talked about the product first. So I've moved all of my testimonials way further down. Early steps can lead to unexpected bumps. Yep. I don't like the quality of your GIFs here. Not to say the GIFs are bad. The GIFs are good. What I think you should do is replace these with some crisp video. So you can take the video that you've made, you can go into CapCut and shorten it down to bite-sized chunks and use that, and it will appear like crisper and better and more professional. The rest of the site looks great. What I would recommend we do is give this one a little bit more test. I probably would remove... Would I remove it? I might think about removing the funny falls. I get what you're doing here. I think it's not quite right to laugh at babies falling, maybe, and the noises might be a bit cringe and putting people off, hence why it's got a lower click-through rate. I'd probably turn that one off and focus on these two. Just give it some more spend for a little while. Probably bump it up to 25 to 40 bucks a day. Just see if you get that extra sale or two come through. And in the meantime, it's probably time to do the UGC. That's what I think. Probably time for UGC, some proper UGC for this one. Well done so far. All right, who's next? Emily, Skin Logic. Random sale after completing your store build. I know I've had that happen to me before, and then I didn't get a single sale after that. I hate those. I hate those first random sales because it's like a kiss of death. You found your CTR decent, your CPM too high, and you made no sales. You reduced the price of your products. Can I suggest anything else? Do I have Skin Logic? I'll check. I don't remember it. No, I don't. Let me just check my inbox. Oh, I have an invitation. Let's go do that. Thanks, Emily. While I'm doing that, let's check out your website. All right, micro infusion system. Yeah, okay. Cool. So someone was actively looking for a micro infusion system, come across your website. Yeah, the website looks good. This looks really good. Really nice. Really nice. I'm so impressed. This is your first one? You did this by yourself? And this was your first attempt? Okay, so testing broad audience recommended by coaches, CTR lower than targeted audience, CPM remains high, no sales. Okay, 1 second. Let me just add myself to your business. So I'm in your business, but let me add myself to your Facebook ads. I don't know if I can, actually. I don't think you've given me the right access, but I'll just check. 1 sec. Skin Logic people, where am I? Chris, no, I've got full control. I can do this. I can do this. Assign assets. Add account. Here we go. All right, I'm in. Tell me I can change anything now. All right, no, I'm in. We're all good. We're all good. Now, with a product like this, because it's kind of in that medical field, it's going to have a high CPM, especially in the beginning. How much is your CPM? Performance and clicks. 146. Yeah, I mean, there's high, and then there's freaking high, and you are freaking high. Sorry to laugh. I've been there before. It's frustrating as hell. How you can get a lower CPM? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how. But we're first going to take a look at your ads. Okay. CPM 90, not too bad. 47. All right. When we see CPMs like this, it can only be for a few reasons, okay? Number one, it could be that you're selling a medical product. Facebook, they like medical products, but they're a bit iffy about some of them, and they give you a high CPM as punishment. I don't think that's the case. This isn't exactly a medical product, but we'll have a look at your ad copy in a second. Second thing that it can be is when you have outlandish claims like this cures this. Even if it does cure it, you can't say it. You can't say this cures it. And I had a high CPM in one of my videos just because I said the word cure. Okay, that can be reason number 2. Maybe reason number 3 is when you say this is the best in Australia or this is number 1. That can give you a high CPM as well. But let's take a look at your C1 because that's where all the spend has been happening. Most of the spend, at least, or pretty much 99% of it, at a huge CPM, which means you're at $4 cost per click, which means you're never going to get anywhere because the cost per click is just too high. Your CTR is great, by the way, though. Okay, your skincare doesn't stop working. Your skincare didn't stop working. Your skin changed. Okay, so you might find words like collagen give you a high CPM, and maybe serum gives you a high CPM. Normally, when we do this, we normally put the full HTTPS, like we grab the link to the website, and we normally do. I won't save it, but we do this on a separate line, and we'd say this. Actually, not that, but we'd say like. Let me do this again. Grab that link there, and we make this link like this, bit neater, and it just gets them to where they want to be. Now let's have a listen.
My skincare didn't stop working. My skin changed. Over time, my skin has become less firm, and the lines have become more noticeable. That's when I discovered the Skin Logic micro-infusion system. 24-karat gold needles create tiny microchannels that help my serums absorb deeper and stimulate renewal. My skin feels firmer, lifted, more hydrated, and radiant. If your skincare isn't giving you results anymore, this could be why. Right now, the Skin Logic micro-infusion system is 50% off.
Okay, I really like your voiceover. Is that you, by the way? Or is that AI? It sounds like a real person. I'm going to think it's you. In which case, bloody well done. Really, really good job. I think...
My skin changed.
Now, this is just a theory.
My skin has become less firm, and the lines have become more noticeable. That's when I discovered the Skin
I think we're good so far.
System. 24...
This bit here, I think where you start talking about needles, I think that's the problem. So we've got to figure out, I think we've got to figure out a way to talk about this product without talking about the infusion system. On Facebook at least. But we don't need to talk about the how. We just need to talk about the what and the why. It's AI. Wow, it's a very good AI. So that's the first thing I would change. Now, what I would do is I would just turn this ad off and duplicate it and make a new version. Like just cut out that bit because you don't really need that bit. You don't need to explain the needle part of it. You can skip that and see if the CPM comes down on that. Now let's check out this C5 CPM. And I do have another option for getting rid of a high CPM, not getting rid of it, but helping it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a nice image. Now on the website, the most loved microinfusion system in Australia, boost collagen. I don't see any problems here. This might be one of the reasons why you have a high CPM. Not the number one Australian brand for anti-aging. I like the design, but I do find when we have grandiose stuff like this, that can be enough for Facebook to go, oh, better charge her more money. She's claiming that she's the best. So change this around to like, you can even say loved by 5,000. You can say the Australian anti-aging brand. In fact, I think anti-aging is also going to get you caught out with a high CPM. You could say that the most loved something Australian women. Will I have time for yours, Sabine? Well, you've asked me very nicely. I'll squeeze you in. Also, one little thing on your reviews, just go into LAI and there's a setting to get rid of the dates. So get rid of that. That will also help with conversions too. Now, the third and final trick to reducing your CPM is once you've done all those things that I mentioned, you can go and create a new campaign for engagement. So you create engagement campaign. Just be careful when you do this. The type of, I won't create this campaign right now. We want to do a manual engagement campaign. You can run this for like $5, $10 a day. It doesn't need to be much. Now what we want to do is under your ad set, we want to change this to on your ad, and we want to change this to interactions. Now, the goal of this is to add the post IDs into this ad set. We're going to be buying engagement, so we're going to be buying likes, comments, and clicks on your ad. And when Facebook sees lots of engagement on your ad, you tend to get better CPMs over the course of a week or so. This can push things into the right direction. I've used this trick a number of times. And then just time. If you do all those things that I said and your CPMs are still high, just time can reduce that CPM as Facebook starts to trust you, as long as you reduce those things down. All right, so get that done, and we'll see how you go over the next 5 days, I guess. Now, Sabine, the final one that I can fit in today. Sorry, Marty. I did see Sabine begging our last few days, so she gets it. Aura Cleanse. Add changes and changes to your site. Okay. Cool. Turn tired mornings into fresh, glowing skin moments. That's really nice. Really, really nice. Depuff your skin. I like that. Stays cold. That's cool. No melting stress. I like that. Better than ice. Instantly tired. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's cool. You get it? That's cool. Emily, when should you be concerned about getting no sales? Not when you've only had like 4 clicks. We've got to get a decent amount of clicks. Yeah, sorry, Marty, I had to skip you. Sabine has been patiently requesting this for days, and I didn't get to her last time. I do apologize. Now, we teach you in the course to look at the spend. You know, if you haven't got a sale after $150, $200 spend, we have a problem. That doesn't exactly apply when we have a high CPM, because obviously at $4 a click, you're only going to get like 40 clicks before you're reaching that $100 mark, and you can't tell if it works with 40 clicks. You're going to need to have a couple hundred clicks. But I do think you're going to get sales. I think we just need to work on those ads a little bit. All right, landing page looks great, Sabine. Really great. Your what do you call them? These GIFs look slick, and they look crisp enough. Let's go check out your ads. Aura Cleanse. So guys, in the future, I'm going to have a chat with the founders and see if I can move my schedule around and just make these ones a little bit longer. Oh, they did? 1 second, Sabine. 1 second. That's pulse relief. We'll come back in a second, Sabine, I promise. Skin Logic. $260 spent. Oh, okay. But the CPM is ridiculous. 74 link clicks. $3 cost per click. Let's have a look at your... Thanks for pointing that out, Emily. I missed that. Cart. Checkout. 6 add to carts. 1 checkout. Ah, offers natural skincare. Interesting. And your CTR was way better for natural skincare. You may have to you may have to go into natural skincare for this one. So this changes things a little tiny bit. Look at those CTRs. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. So to me, this is borderline on whether or not we can make this work, because you have spent a significant amount of money, but we've only had 70 clicks. That is a really good.
Botox was next. I was wrong.
Okay, I would get rid of the Botox. We don't want to mention Botox. I would think we wouldn't want to mention Botox. Okay. Hmm. 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 Emily, why do you have to be so challenging? Oh, you're right on the cusp here of whether or not we just pivot to a new product, or do we keep trying for this one? With these CPMs, it becomes very difficult for this type of products. Would you get better results with better UGC? Probably, because your ads are very defaulty. You know, there's a very much Bilal kind of dan 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 kind of ads, which make it difficult to sell this type of product, because this type of product requires a bit more, like, you know, a bit more opulence, I think is the word. What would I do? If this was my product and if this was my website and I was seeing these types of CPMs, I would be annoyed and frustrated enough to maybe think about pivoting to a new product, if I'm being completely honest. Considering that you've been running this for this long and you spent that kind of money and we didn't see CPMs come down, it's a little bit alarming for me. Having said that, just because I say that I'd want to do that doesn't necessarily mean that this won't work and that's the right move. It's just that from my professional experience, there's easier, lower hanging fruit. That's going to be far, far easier than getting this to convert at these CPM prices. So while I do think you absolutely, if you go buy some UGC, like proper beauty orientated UGC creators, you might be able to make this work. If you come over to your landing page and you get them to create images for you, so you pay for them to go and create product images, that will probably convert better than these two, because while these two are pretty good, what you're missing here is it doesn't look like, you know, a normal beauty website where everything's glossy and you have a beautiful girl doing this, and you know what I mean. So it's kind of missing that, and that could help. But for me, I like it when my e-commerce websites are easy. So take that all into consideration, Emily. You don't necessarily need to change your website. You can find other skin-related products that might be just as good. Oh, I mean, that might do even better. A's and Dane, yeah, you could ask one of the other coaches to check your ads for sure. You don't have to wait for my calls. They are perfectly capable and trained by me to go and check your ad account. I think so. They're all equally as good, but you'll probably find that either Mia or more likely that Jimmy has more time, considering Jimmy's full time. So he can look through your ad account and let you know what he thinks. Of course, if it's tricky, he may just say, "Hey, wait for Chris." All right. So, Emily, that's my feedback. I hope that helps. Sabine, thanks for being so patient. Where is your website, Sabine? Oh, here it is. Lux Aura Cleanse. Now, just give me a second. Emily, I'm going to get the coaches to reach out to you. One sec. 1 second, everybody. All right. Can someone please reach out to Emily? Do you have a last name? I'll just grab your link. Emily, I'm just telling the coaches to reach out to you. I have suggested a pivot. All right. So Emily, the coaches and I, we're all going to work together. We're going to help you find a new product. We will all put our heads together. Okay. Sorry, I was just chatting to the team. So we're going to put our heads together and we're going to help you come up with a good product. You've been chatting with Mia and Jessica. Fantastic. So we'll chat in our coaches chat and see what we could come up with for you, because I can tell that you did a great job and you did nothing wrong. It's just sometimes these just don't work out. But having said that, I want to make sure that when we do pivot you, that you're pivoting into something where you don't need to redo the whole thing. All right, Aura Cleanse. Let's check these out, and then I can finally hang up my... I don't know what to hang up. My glasses for the day. Okay, campaign. $30 a day, spent $458, $5 cost per, oh no, and 1% click-through rate. Yikes. So, I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, you're probably in the same boat. Unless you've got orders that have come through that aren't actually here in Facebook, this is definitely 100% not working, which sucks because it was a cool enough product, but your click-through rate, it's just not there. It's just not there. Your cost per click, just not there. Your skincare, this one showed a tiny bit of promise. You are above the 1.5%, which you need to be above. But after 53 clicks, let's just do one check here for checkouts. What? You've had orders come through? Oh, shit. How many orders have you had come through? That is weird. And also changes everything. What? I mean, okay. Damn. 7 add to carts, 5 checkouts. How many orders have we had? No, I don't know about that. Where else would you be getting them from? Two in the last 2 weeks, not so many. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So it's a little bit alarming to me that these purchases haven't actually come through. Facebook should say them. I mean, you've had like 3 checkouts on this one, but you've spent $200 on it. Beauty, health, and wellness. Yeah, to me, it's not working. To me, this, unfortunately, is not working. It could be, oh, shit. Sorry for swearing so much. Sabine, the price has to go below the heading. No, it's not meta lag. Something else is going on. What you can do, just a little trick I found the other day. Just bear with me, right? It's a bit late for it now. But when you're, if you're not sure if your Facebook ads have been working, right? And this is something I just noticed this the other day. So I installed Propel Replays, which is a cheap replay software that I use to just to watch people coming through my website. Okay, let's take this guy. This was a purchase I just got before. If you click on him, thanks, Brett. A dirty snorer just like me. Okay, so we look at the query parameters, and this now tells me the Facebook ad ID that they clicked on before they got to get me the sale. So that really helps figure out where things came from. It's a bit late to be installing it now, but if you do find that your sales aren't coming through, this can confirm that that at least they're coming from Facebook and there is something wrong with the pixel that we need to fix. In terms of what you want to do, these numbers, they're just not there, and that tells me that we're really trying to push a product uphill that doesn't really have enough demand. Now, it could be the angle that we need to go after. It might be that there is a very specific angle for this. But honestly, I think it might just be better to pivot to a second product. Keep it on your store. You can definitely sell this one maybe as an upsell or a bundle for a different product, but I think it's time, Sabine. I think it's time to rip that Band-Aid off. Oh, well, Sabine, I know it feels, I know it's your first time pivoting. Pivoting is normal for us. Pivoting is normal for me. My snoring store, I was running red light. And look, I know that other people were running the same red light product I was running. And then I realized how much work I would have to put into it to make it work. And I just wasn't feeling good. My cost per clicks weren't great. I was getting a sale here and there, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. And so I thought, well, it's time for a pivot. And I literally just bought a new domain name for my Shopify and just pivoted my products. And it took me about 3-4 days, honestly. I guess I'm used to it by now. I pivot quite often if I'm not feeling it. You just created the ad, number 2. Which one? It's just that these results here, especially with the audience testing broad, like it's not even remotely close to something that is going to work. And that worries me. Even if you manage to make an ad that kind of gets some decent clicks, this is like extraordinarily alarming. C4, you reckon? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, you just made it. You could, if you really want to, just turn off the other ads and run C4 for a couple of days and just see if you get a decent click-through. This is number 2 pivoting. Hey, look, we have students who pivoted 3 times, and 3 is the magic number for a lot of people. And we had students, I've had a couple of students pivot for a 4th time, and that's the time it took them to get it. You've got some good skills here, and you've learned how to make a good landing page. This is pretty good. This is not bad. Those skills that you learn, trust me, they grow with you. This isn't something that you just get given to you. You have to earn your stripes, and you earn your stripes by practicing, by testing, by trying a different product when it doesn't work. And there is so much more that you've learned now when you started that will help you with the next product. There are no other look for me. Look, this is just my honest opinion. If this was my store, I would have pivoted yesterday or the day before. We just can't make money when the cost per click is $5 or higher. It's almost impossible. And I can do the maths for you right now. Okay, so if your conversion rate is 2%, it's 2%. Now the average conversion rate for e-commerce is 2%. If your conversion rate is 2%, it means you get 2 orders for 100 clicks. For you to get 100 clicks, it's going to cost you $500. And out of that $500, you get 2 orders. That's $250 an order. You're going to have to seriously be making a ton of money on those orders for this to be profitable, which is why we need a cost per click of under $2 for this to work. Some of us get conversion rates of like 2, 3, and 4%. And when that works, a $2 to $3 cost per click, that can be fine. That can be fine. And a lot of us have products where it costs us like $30 and the customers are paying like $150. So we have a lot of margin there that we can work with. But with this one, the problem is there's very little margin with this one. It's only $59. So we would have to be getting a cost per conversion of like $20, $25 for this to make sense. Now, Aura Cleanse, if you want to completely pivot the brand, we can absolutely help you with that. If you want to just pivot the products and attend some of my product research calls, I can help you find another skincare product or even another skin cleaning product that can help. This was one of those ones that was just different enough that it just might have worked, but I can't predict what the market's going to tell us. And the market's just like, hey, there's just not enough interest. It's just a little bit too left field. Now, if you really want, I can give you some tips on some really great products that are not related to skincare that you might want to think about running. If you're looking for a little bit of an idea, so pop me a message and I'll look through my catalog and I'll give you some ideas of things that I know that work kind of well that might be easy for you to implement. How does that sound? And I'm going to do the same thing for you that I did with our other student. I'm going to pop you in the coach's chat and we're going to help you. All right. I have to leave it there today, guys. I will be back on Monday, of course. And Sabine, we're going to help you out. You're in the coaches chat too. And Marty, I'll get to you on Monday. And Emily will help you out too. So guys, I will be in touch and